Imagine a civilization so powerful that it once rivaled ancient Egypt, held sway over vast territories, and shaped the course of history. Yet for centuries, it was nearly forgotten. A kingdom of warriors, kings, and intricate diplomacy, the Hittites were one of the ancient world's most influential superpowers. But today, much of their story remains hidden beneath the dust of time. The Hittites ruled one of the most advanced and formidable empires of their time. But for years, they faded into obscurity, buried in the annals of history. In this video, we'll rediscover the Hittites, their rise to power, their golden age, their mysterious fall, and why they deserve to be remembered as one of the ancient world's greatest superpowers. So, buckle up as we embark on a journey through time and uncover the forgotten story of the Hittite Empire. The origins of the Hittites. The Hittites emerged in the ancient Near East, a region rich in culture and history. Their story begins in the late Bronze Age, around 2000 BC, in the heart of Anatolia, modern-day Turkey. The early Hittites were a mixture of Indo-European peoples who settled in the Anatolian Plateau, a region dominated by powerful neighbors like the Assyrians, Egyptians, and Mitanni. The first true Hittite kingdom emerged around 1800 BC in the city of Kassara. However, it was the rise of the Hittite Old Kingdom, around 1600 BC, that would set the stage for what was to become one of the most influential empires of the ancient world. Under the reign of King Hattusili I, the Hittites began to consolidate power, gaining territory and establishing themselves as a force to be reckoned with. What set the Hittites apart from other civilizations was their ability to adapt. While they were initially influenced by their neighbors, especially the Mesopotamians and the Hurrians, they soon developed their own distinct culture, religion, and language. The Hittites spoke an Indo-European language, and their early script, written in cuneiform, was inspired by the Babylonians, but over time they developed their own form of writing. By around 1400 BC, the Hittites had become a major power in the ancient Near East, creating an empire that spanned from Anatolia to parts of modern-day Syria and Iraq. The Hittite Empire at its peak. The true golden age of the Hittite Empire began with King Suppiluliuma I, who reigned from approximately 1380 BC to 1346 BC. Suppiluliuma was a military genius and a shrewd diplomat. Under his leadership, the Hittites expanded their empire to its peak, establishing control over the Levant and even challenging the mighty Egyptian Empire. At the heart of Hittite power was the city of Hattusa, the capital. Hattusa, with its towering walls and monumental gateways, stood as a symbol of Hittite strength and architectural prowess. The city was a hub of political, religious, and economic activity, with grand temples, palaces, and administrative centers. The Hittites were known for their advanced technology and military tactics. Their use of chariots in battle gave them a significant advantage over their enemies, and their armies were well organized and disciplined. They were skilled metallurgists, renowned for their use of iron, a material that would soon give them a technological edge over other ancient civilizations. But the Hittites were not just conquerors. They were also master diplomats. The Hittite kings maintained complex alliances with neighboring powers, including Egypt, Assyria, and the Mitanni. The famous Treaty of Kadesh, signed between the Hittite king Hattusili III and Egyptian pharaoh Ramses II after the Battle of Kadesh in 1274 BC, is one of the earliest known peace treaties in history. It marked a rare moment of cooperation between two great powers that had long been rivals. In addition to their military might, the Hittites were also patrons of the arts, commissioning stunning reliefs and sculptures that depicted their kings and gods. Their art, though heavily influenced by Mesopotamian and Egyptian styles, was uniquely Hittite, with its own distinct flair. The Hittites and the fall of the empire. Despite their formidable power, the Hittites' empire began to unravel in the 12th century BC. By this time, several factors, both internal and external, contributed to the fall of the Hittite Empire. One major reason for the empire's decline was the so-called Sea Peoples, a mysterious group of raiders who swept across the eastern Mediterranean during the late Bronze Age, attacking and destabilizing many civilizations, including the Hittites. The Sea Peoples are believed to have played a significant role in the destruction of Hittite cities, including the capital, Hattusa. The city was eventually abandoned and left in ruins, signaling the end of Hittite dominance in the region. At the same time, the Hittites faced internal struggles. The empire was vast, with diverse peoples and cultures, and maintaining control over such a large territory was increasingly difficult. Economic pressures, shifting trade routes, and succession disputes further weakened the empire's stability. By the end of the 12th century BC, the Hittite Empire had collapsed, and the once mighty kingdom was divided into smaller Neo-Hittite states, which were eventually absorbed by new powers in the region. Rediscovering the Hittites. For centuries, the Hittites remained a mystery to historians. Their existence was known only through references in the Bible and the annals of ancient Egypt and Assyria. But it wasn't until the 19th century that archaeologists began to unearth the remnants of Hittite civilization. The rediscovery of Hattusa in the early 1900s, along with thousands of clay tablets inscribed in the Hittite language, changed our understanding of this ancient civilization. The Hittite archives, discovered in the ruins of the capital, provided key insights into their politics, diplomacy, religion, and daily life. These tablets, written in cuneiform, revealed a sophisticated society with a deep understanding of law, governance, and international relations. One of the most significant discoveries was the Hittite law codes, which were remarkably advanced for their time. The laws included provisions on property rights, slavery, and even the treatment of women, showcasing a legal system that was both complex and ahead of its time. Additionally, the Hittite pantheon of gods and their religious practices were uncovered, revealing a society deeply tied to spirituality and ritual. The Hittites practiced polytheism, and their gods were seen as powerful forces that influenced every aspect of life, from warfare to agriculture. The legacy of the Hittites. Though the Hittites may have fallen, their legacy lives on. The influence of Hittite culture and technology can be seen in the civilizations that followed, especially in the use of iron and military strategies. The Hittite legal codes, with their emphasis on justice and fairness, would also influence later societies, including the ancient Greeks and Romans. Their diplomatic prowess, exemplified by the Treaty of Kadesh, set a precedent for future peace agreements between powerful states. In modern Turkey, the ruins of Hattusa and other Hittite cities continue to be an important archaeological site, attracting researchers and tourists alike. These ancient remains are a testament to the grandeur and complexity of the Hittite Empire, reminding us that there was once a civilization that played a pivotal role in shaping the ancient world. Conclusion: the Hittites were one of the ancient world's great superpowers, shaping the course of history through their military strength, diplomacy, and technological advancements. Yet, their story was nearly lost to time. Through archaeological discoveries, we've uncovered a civilization that was far ahead of its time. A kingdom that rivaled the Egyptians and the Assyrians, but whose name had all but vanished from the pages of history. Now, the Hittites are no longer forgotten. Their legacy as an ancient superpower continues to inspire and intrigue historians and archaeologists. From their grand capital of Hattusa to their sophisticated legal codes, the Hittites left an indelible mark on the ancient world. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the rediscovery of the Hittites. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with fellow history enthusiasts. Let's continue uncovering the hidden stories of the ancient world together. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep exploring the forgotten histories that shape our world.